What's up, you guys? It is September 8th, and that means that it is the day before my endometriosis surgery. It is almost 9 o'clock. It is 8:57. I'm about to take my first shower with this antiseptic soap. I have to do one tonight and one tomorrow. We unfortunately have to get up at like 2:30 in the morning because I have to check into the hospital at 5:15, and then we live like 2 hours away from the hospital. But yeah, I need a shower, and then there's just like a couple other things that I need to round up that I know I will not want to round up in the morning. I'm an angel. So that's what's happening tonight, just kind of finishing preparation for tomorrow, because I know that there is no part of me that's gonna want to do anything tomorrow except for take my second shower. So I should stop talking and get to doing things so that I can go to bed. Alright, well, I'm all showered. My skin feels so dry. Look who's coming to say hello. My skin feels so dry, you're like not allowed to put anything on your skin after your showers. I washed my hair this morning, and you're not allowed to put hair product in your hair after your shower. So my hair just felt like dry and straw-like. We're about to go to bed, and then here I just laid out my clothes for tomorrow, just like a t-shirt and some sweatpants, loose everything. Kipper's taking all the cushions from our couch and going to potentially lay in the back of the Mazda while he waits for me, because he's gonna bring Milo, because we just don't know how long we're gonna be gone, and we really don't want to leave him somewhere.
It's great.
It's great?
Yeah, perfect.
I was just explaining what you were doing.
It's literally a bed.
Kipper made himself a bed so he and Milo can take a nap while they wait for me. And then we just hacked a variety of snacks. I tried to get some plain-ish things because I'm hungry. Larabar's pretty much ready to go. Just have to sleep for a little bit and shower again. That's it. I am setting my alarm. 2:30 a.m. I will see you guys at about 2:30 in the morning. Alright, we just made it to the hospital. Pretty easy drive. Milo was chill most of the way. We found one sign that will help me get to where I need to go. But basically that means Kiffer's dropping me off here and I'm going in. I'm leaving my camera in the car because I don't know if I'll be able to use it, or I also just don't want it to get lost. So I'm gonna go in. I will see you guys at some point. So I didn't film anything else yesterday. The surgery went really well. I have a very scratchy throat. My recovery period did not go very well, or as well as we had hoped. I was supposed to only be in recovery for like an hour and a half, and I was probably there for close to 6 hours. The rule for you to be able to leave recovery after this surgery is you have to be able to pee. Like, that is your ticket out of the hospital. First of all, I was just so nauseous coming out of anesthesia, which can be typical for me, but they gave me so much anti-nausea medicine, and I have like this patch behind my ear for nausea. I was like slowly sipping on water, and I had an IV still. So the nurse at one point, this was probably a couple hours in, she was like, let's try and go to the bathroom. So I went over there. I was so dizzy and lightheaded and just like not feeling good. Went to the bathroom and I couldn't pee. So then she was like, well, we'll just have to wait a little bit, keep drinking water. She like made me some tea because that can help like stimulate your bladder a little bit. I got to a point where I'd been drinking enough water. I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to try and pee. And I went and I was able to, and she was like, at this point, if you can't pee right now, we'll probably have to have someone come and give you a catheter to go home with. I'm very happy I didn't have to do that. As soon as I peed, she like discharged me. Like, she walked me back from the bathroom and she was like, okay, let's change your clothes and we'll get your discharge going. So this gas pain, so intense. Sorry, I had to lay down a little more. Yeah, the gas pain is very intense, which does not feel good. I'm really, really sore, but I can take medicine for that. The gas pain, I'm trying to get up and walk a little bit. I mean, I have to pee a lot, so like that gets me up and out of bed. Walking helps your body to absorb the gas, and taking like a gas X. Yeah, we don't have a ton of details on the surgery, like what she found and whatever. She told Kipper it was stage 1, which is, it's 1 out of 4, so not like terrible. But there was something, which is good. There's part of me that was like, what if there's nothing and then nothing happens after this? Like, it's a validating feeling to know that like what I was feeling and whatever is not just in my head. I'm assuming I won't hear a ton more until my post-op, which is the end of in 2 weeks. Feels good to be home though. Yesterday was such a long day. I will continue to do updates throughout the rest of this recovery. For now, I'm just gonna lay in my bed. So it is day 2, my full second day being at home. Pretty much just been laying low all day. The gas pain is a little bit less than it was yesterday, but it's still not great. A lot of pain in my shoulder from that. Kind of alternates between the two. I've actually been coughing a lot and have like a swollen throat because of the intubation, so that's been pretty hard and annoying because every time I cough it like hurts my abdomen. That stinks. Another weird thing that's been going on, it seems to be normal based on what I read, but my pupils are really dilated. I don't know if you can tell, but I had this like anti-nausea patch behind my ear, and they were like, just be really careful when you take it off that you wash your hands right after before you touch your eyes or your face or anything, because it can like dilate your pupils. And I was like, oh, okay. But this morning my pupils were dilated and I still had this patch behind my ear, and I mean, maybe I subconsciously touched it or touched the medication or something, and then it dilated my pupils. Like this morning I woke up, it's gotten better, but this morning I woke up and I was like looking at my phone and everything looked so blurry close up, and it's like, that's so weird. Maybe I'm just really tired, and I like went back to sleep. Then I woke up and everything was still blurry. Like looking at my viewfinder, I look blurry to me, which is weird. But that and like the blurriness and the pupil dilation could be from that medication, the one behind my ear, or another anti-inflammatory that I'm taking. So everything that I've read said that it's fairly normal for that to happen, and it's nothing to be concerned about unless it lasts like a really long time. So yeah, that's kind of the weird new thing for today. Haven't really had much of an appetite. Just kind of been eating snacks here and there. That's kind of what's going on today. Day 2, very, very sore. The anesthesia has worn off, so just kind of laying low as much as I possibly can, but still like getting up every now and then so that I can move the gas along, and hopefully that goes away. But that's day 2. All right, you guys, it's day 3 of being home. I don't feel like I have too much different to share about what's going on right now. Still having some gas pain. Definitely not as bad as the first couple of days. I feel like I can carry on a sentence without needing to take a really big deep breath. My throat is still swollen. My blurry eyes are definitely less than they were yesterday. My pupils are still dilated, but things look a little less blurry close up this morning than they did yesterday morning. I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but I have 4 incisions. For my last surgery, I had 3 incisions. So I have 1 in my belly button, which I already had 1 in my belly button for my last surgery. I think that's pretty standard for this type of surgery. And then I have 2 on either side, and then 1 that's closer down by my pubic bone. So I've really just been trying to continue to lay low and be chill. I feel like I've done a pretty good job with keeping up on the medications that I'm taking, which really, really helps if you have not had surgery and you are going to have surgery of any kind. It's so important to like stay on top of your pain medicine if you want to avoid being in a lot of pain, because once you get behind, it's really hard to catch back up. I am still really sore when I stand up and when I walk, but if I'm just laying down or, being chill, whatever, I don't notice it quite as much, which is good. I'm on the couch like I have been for a while, and I'm just gonna relax, and I will check in whenever I have something to check in about. Okay, you guys, it is day 6. Tomorrow will be a week since my surgery. Today was my most productive day that I've had. I showered this morning, which was the first real shower that I took. I know that's gross, but I have been using like those body wipes. Taking a shower after having surgery, like, I know it wasn't like on my leg or anything like that, but it just is so exhausting. I didn't even wash my hair. Like, I haven't washed my hair since last Wednesday, but it's just really exhausting. So I decided that I was just gonna wait until I was ready, and that was this morning. So yeah, I showered this morning and I made my own breakfast, or half of my own breakfast. Kiffer made the other half. Yeah, I did all of that and I've been exhausted since. I feel like right now the things that I'm dealing with most are just like being really, really tired and really exhausted. I have stopped regularly taking my medication, which is good, pain medication. The plan is I'll just check in once more after this and then that'll be it. So see you soon. Okay, you guys, it's time for me to wrap up this video. I am now just over 2 weeks removed from my surgery and I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I did go back to work yesterday and it was a long work day and I overdid it and was extremely tired. It'll take some time to get back into, but I'm not too concerned. I know that I'll be fine eventually. I feel like besides still being tired and low energy, I'm feeling pretty good otherwise. I have occasional pains here and there, but really nothing bad at all. The one small irritating thing is I actually now have 2 internal stitches that are popping out of my incisions. So it's just like irritating when they like brush up against stuff. I had my follow-up a couple days ago and it went well, but I feel like I did not get all the information that I was hoping to get. I met with my surgeon's fellow, which was totally fine, but I think my bit of confusion led me to not ask her any questions. At the time of surgery, they said endo stage 1, and then during the surgery, I had a complete peritonectomy, and the samples that they took from the peritonectomy did not come back positive for endometriosis, which is not a bad thing. Basically, she was like, yeah, there was nothing else removed. There were no adhesions. There was nothing. I was told prior to my surgery that it felt like the left side of my cervix was immobile and that the pain that I was feeling on that side of my body could be due to adhesions, but the fellow said there weren't any. But I've noticed a difference in the pain that I was having on the left side of my body, which is good. That's a good thing. But I'm just confused as to like why did that change? Like, I feel like there must have been something. I don't know. I'll probably reach out to my surgeon again and just follow up with a couple questions. The fellow said that just because there wasn't any positive biopsy doesn't mean that there isn't endo somewhere in my body. The thing that made me think of telling you about my follow-up was the stitches that I have that are popping out. I had messaged the doctor's office a couple days before my appointment when I noticed that they were popping out, and they're like, oh yeah, she'll just trim them when you come in. So I had my appointment, she looked at my incisions, but she didn't trim them. She just left them. So they're supposed to dissolve on their own. I may just have a stitch popping out of my body for a little while. We'll see. So yeah, I think that wraps it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.